Hey everybody, it's Jason from the Texas Gun Vault, and once again I'm coming to you with another product review. And today's product review is going to be on a Reflex red dot sight from a company called Arory. Yes, they contacted me and said, hey, we'd like for you to try out this optic. They've seen me probably review some of the other affordable Chinese optics that are on the market, and I said, sure, send it my way, because sometimes these things can be a diamond in the rough, and then sometimes they're absolute pieces of junk. And that's why I want to make all of these reviews. I know there's tons of reviews out there on Trijicons and aim points and EOTechs. Yeah, those are the high-end stuff, and you already know what to expect. But if you're going on Amazon looking for an affordable, cheap optic just because you want one and don't have a lot of money, and you're like, is that any quality? Well, that's what I'm here to find out. So I'm going to go ahead and unbox this. It looks like it does mount to Picatinny rail, but many of these optics also can come off and can attach to, for example, RMR footprints. And so I brought out a pistol in case that is what this can do. I also will put this on a rifle to see how it works. If that's the direction I need to go with this, we'll take it to the range. We'll see how it holds up, see what the options are, see if it is built well, and then I'll give you guys my final thoughts. Alright, so here is the box this Arory Reflex sight comes in. It does say down here HD-2417KF, maybe that is the model number. On the back here it just says Arory Reflex sight, new, made in China. On the back here it says it takes a CR2032 battery, 8 brightness settings, fits 20mm Picatinny rail, multicolor coated lenses, and aviation aluminum. So let's go ahead and open this thing up and see what this thing is all about. All right, decent packaging here. Here's the sight. See what else we get. We get some Allen wrenches. That's always nice. And it looks like we get a battery and the owner's manual. Ooh, also a cleaning cloth, and you can register for the lifetime warranty. All right, so let's set a lot of this stuff to the side and let's check out this sight. Okay, so here is the sight. Comes with a cover. Let's take that off. Okay, that thing actually looks pretty nice. I'm not sure what the footprint of this one is. I sure hope that it is an RMR footprint or the Doctor footprint, because that is the mounts that I have for my Walther PDP that I want to use this on. But right now, as it sits in the Picatinny mount, it looks pretty good. We have our adjustments for elevation and windage. We have the controls on the side. All right, so I guess you will have to take it off to get to the battery compartment. All right, so let me go ahead and take this thing off the mount. I'll figure out what the footprint of this is. If I can mount it to my Walther PDP, I will. I'll put the battery in. If it doesn't mount to that, I'll mount it to an AR-15, and then we're going to get this thing to the range, and we're going to see how it performs. All right, so I got this Arory red dot mounted to this Walther PDP. It does use an RMR or SRO footprint, so it mounted just fine on the optics plate that I had. No issues whatsoever. A couple of features about this that you should know about is that it does have a shake awake, so if you leave it on for a certain period of time, it will shut off, and then once you move the gun, it will automatically turn on and go back to the original brightness setting that you had. The only issue that I have discovered when it comes to this so far is the adjustments. When it comes to the elevation and the windage adjustments, I really prefer them to have detents and to have clicks. They give you a little Allen wrench to adjust them, but there are no clicks. And so those can move very freely. You're not really sure how far you're going. It looks like there might be clicks, but there are none on either the elevation or the windage adjustment. And when I have looked through the window adjusting these, just trying to initially line them up with the iron sights, the slightest adjustments on these screws move that dot quite quite a bit. So it's going to be really hard to get those micro adjustments that you want. The problem with this as well is that because they don't have clicks or detents, it might not have a good time holding 0. So I might have some issues with that. But who knows? I believe the function of this is actually going to be pretty good. I don't think there's going to be any issues with the laser itself or the mount or even the hood. But I do think it's going to be the adjustments might be the weak point of this red dot. But we're going to get this thing to the range. We're going to shoot it. I'm going to try to get it zeroed, then put a bunch of rounds down range and see if it holds that 0. So let's go to the range and see how this thing performs.
A little bit. You want to try one of these? Since there's a, I think that's the way. Yeah. Pocket. First. It's crazy. What's the weight on it? It's about. But no. This is that's a. That's black. Give it up enough. I can feel the side of the slide. Well, it's where's your gun? That's the first time I did this shot. That's the thing, is that that's a screw. They don't tell me. Hey, I love it. Yeah, it's you want to try this again? Yeah, try it. Don't. They're electronics, but they don't. I mean, I have one. Yeah. So it's got like don't move wire up. Go forward. Yeah. Shift.
All right, so we're back from the range, and what did we discover? Well, I did discover a couple things about this that I was impressed with, and one thing that I am not. Let's talk about the positive first. The sight remains securely mounted to the slide. I really wasn't worried about the mounting of it at all because it does have that RMR footprint, but no issues there. I was happy with the fact that the dot did not flicker at all. I had no functionality issues whatsoever. The glass is very clear. I'm very happy with the adjustments on the side. We have very bright settings, very dim settings. So pretty much for all lighting situations that you may find yourself in, I think you can find a light setting that would be beneficial to you and be exactly what you need. The one thing about this that I did not like was the fact that it does not have clicks or detents when it comes to the adjustments. Now, I should say that once I did get this sight adjusted and zeroed, I put about 200 rounds through it and it seems to hold zero. However, when you are using that Allen wrench, it is very easy to turn those screws, and I am scared that about maybe over a few thousand rounds, you are going to lose zero. Those detents just give me peace of mind. I like those click settings. Also, when you are adjusting it without those clicks, you're kind of shooting in the dark when it comes to how much to adjust. You guys know that when it comes to many other manufacturers, each click corresponds to a certain MOA change, and I would much rather prefer that. That seems like something that they could add very easily, not add too much to the cost, and it just gives people peace of mind. I honestly think if this had those adjustments in it, this would be an outstanding optic. But as it sits on my star system, I could only rate it a 3 out of 5 stars because of that. Because when it comes to these red dots, personally, I want to have peace of mind and know that it is going to hold zero, that if I ever had to pull this out of a holster for a self-defense reason, that sight is going to be 100% on. And if I'm going to spend the money on an electronic optic, I want to make sure that after thousands of rounds, it's going to hold zero. It did perform well for me, but I really want those click adjustments. As I said, if they added those click adjustments, it would be 4.5 stars or 4.75 stars out of 5. It would be an amazing sight for a good value. However, it doesn't have that, and I think that's the biggest detraction away from it. But if you are looking for an affordable red dot, this one does seem to work, and if you don't care about the lack of those clicks, because I know some other optics companies like SIG don't have them, well, this might be a good option for you. I had no issues with it. It was holding zero. It stayed mounted. Plenty of brightness settings. It just worked. So I'm happy with everything about this except those detents, but you're going to have to decide if that's going to be a make or break thing for you. So 3 stars out of 5 for the Arory red dot. Pretty impressed with the build quality and the functionality. I just want those detents. So what do you guys think? Is this a red dot sight that interests you? And do you think, like I do, that many of these Chinese companies have come a long way when it comes to the technology and the build quality that goes into these affordable red dots? So let me know what you think in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for watching.